I have your attention here in the media center. We're going to join our winning press conference here. We have race-winning driver Shane Van Gisbergen, driver of the number 97 Quad Lock Chevrolet. For Kaulig Racing, we have team owner Matt Kaulig and GM Chris Rice. Let's start it off, Shane. Interesting race from start to finish for you, and walk us through that final stage and how you got the lead and in the victory lane.
Yeah, firstly, afternoon, everyone. What a day. We're up and down like a yo-yo, and yeah, I'm pretty pissed at myself a little bit for the first corner, touching the one car, and just couldn't quite get off him there and spun him. So sorry to him, firstly, but yeah, it's been an amazing journey the last year, and committing to move over here, and having so much support from Justin Marks, Trackhouse, and Kaulig as well, and then of course my partners who have joined on this journey with WeatherTech and then Quadlock today. They're an Australian brand that supported me for a few years, and to come here, have them on the car, they supported my throwback idea at Darlington, which was awesome, and then to get them a win here at a road course, it's been a pretty special 9-10 months since we decided to do this, and pretty stoked to be now in the playoffs, back in victory lane again. It's pretty special, and but the biggest thing every week, we're not running up front, but we're having, at least I'm having a lot of fun doing it anyway.
Yeah, we'll open the floor for questions. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic to you. Let's start in front.
Hey, Shane. Take us through those last couple of restarts. You're looking at the back end of Justin Allgaier. Mr. Creed is there, at least, until the last one. And what was going through your mind? Did you have a plan for how you were going to get to the front?
I definitely didn't have a plan because I went backwards about 5 spots every restart. I'm just figuring it out, the games of it all. And, as we're coming to the line, it sounds like the guy puts in the clutch and revs it, but he's not actually going, It's just all these games I'm still learning and figuring it out. And I stuffed my own one up when I was leading, but, the rest of them I'm just trying to learn and adapt. And, going 4 wide into turn 1, it's hard, I'm on the conservative side, and these people, they don't give a shit. They just send it in there and hope they come out the other side. So, I'm still figuring out the American style.
Shane, 2 questions for you. The first one, when you went off the course, was there any concern of damage? Because we saw some vehicles go off. Your teammate also went off their practice, got damaged. Was there any concern about damage from that?
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the team learned the hard way there with AJ coming back on the track, taking out the splitter. So he learned that for me, and that was, as soon as I went off the track, that was straight away going through my head. How do I get back on the track without damaging the car? So I was searching for a smooth line, and probably could have got on the track a bit quicker, but I just tried to look after the car a bit. But my mistake. I just went through there, got on the dirt offline, and went off the track.
And the second question, your team is known for trophy hunting. This is a trophy, second time here in Portland for them. How huge is this for you? Get your second win here in the United States with NASCAR, but I guess now the bigger priority, the ovals are next?
Sorry, I missed that last bit.
The ovals are the next biggest priority? The ovals?
Yeah, so he said the ovals are the next part. Yeah, so the ovals are the next part for Shane. Yes, he wants to do better at the ovals, and I think the third stage you always see Shane pick it up, and Donald, he needs a water, but anyway, but yes, the ovals are 100% what he's looking to do better at. We are expected to win here. That's not a question, and we're not good enough to win yet. And thanks to Shane and AJ and Josh for being able to pick us up to be able to win. So the ovals are key to getting Shane better at. That's why we did all 33 races instead of just 10 or 20.
Shane, it was a frenetic finish at the end of the Circuit of the Americas race. Did you learn anything from that race and translate that here with the final restart? And then also for all 3 of you guys, was this part of the vision to get yourself into the playoffs here in your first season in the Xfinity Series?
Yeah, so I knew the guys I was around, and I knew that most of those guys are pretty awesome racers and pretty clean. So I knew there wouldn't be really much stupid stuff going on like Coda, I think. And I was right, everyone was racing really well, and we had some great battles. But it's great now we're locked into the playoffs, but I really want to point my way in myself as well. So I'm doing pretty well with being scoring points every week on the ovals and being consistent. And, now we're locked in. We can afford to take some risks. And, that's sort of been my game plan, just complete every lap, have a straight car in the ovals and get better. And as Chris said, normally stage 3 I'm coming, but it's too late by then. So, yeah, now we're in. I can afford to take a bit more risk and, explore a bit more. And I definitely feel comfortable. I've got awesome people around me. Bruce is really good, my crew chief, and he gives me everything I need. So, yeah, now we can afford to take some risk.
And he had a great pit crew today. They were pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Any additional questions? Matt, I got to ask you. I mean, you have a driver of Shane's caliber on your team. I mean, you've been known to have some great road course drivers at Kaulig Racing over the years, particularly with A.J. Allmendinger, but now to have Shane as part of your organization, how important is that for you in the growth?
Well, it's really important. I mean, Shane's amazing. When we first started talking to Shane, probably a year ago, knew he was a great road course racer. Wasn't sure how he was going to adapt to to NASCAR and being in America and stock car racing. But obviously he's done great, and he's been an amazing addition to our team and our stable of drivers. I mean, we know that when we knew, for example, even coming out here to Portland, that we had a really good shot, not with just one guy, but with 2 guys. And then Josh Williams actually, honestly, surprised us by being just absolutely amazing today. I mean, he finished 7th. So, we had 3 drivers in the top 7 here in Portland, which we've really enjoyed being at, and it's been awesome. It's a great race. And so we get this trophy and get to walk away, and we had a lot of fun.
Well, gentlemen, congratulations on the victory.
Hey, thanks,
you
you guys.
guys.
I think you have one more right there.
SVG, first of all, congratulations on the win here. Congratulations on the win in Chicago as well in the Cup Series. But with that Cup Series win and this win, is there any interest now in getting back in a truck on a road course to try to complete all 3?
I got more interest in winning on an oval, and but I'm a long way from that, and I understand that. But it's a process, These guys have been doing it since they were kids, and whereas this stuff I've been doing since I was a kid. So I got a lot to learn on the ovals, but I'm going to keep getting better and keep focusing. And yeah, one day I'll win on an oval. But I know it's probably a long way away, but I'm going to keep learning. That's the next goal.
I like that truck idea, though. Let's start a rumor. You want to? Yeah. Trackhouse Kaulig Racing starts truck team. Tweet it, somebody.
Yeah. I'd drive anything.
Do we have any additional questions? Right over here.
Are there any ovals in particular you're looking at coming up in the schedule that you think you might have a shot at taking a win?
The left-handed ones.
Fair enough.
You keep mentioning how you have to learn more on the ovals. What exactly are you trying to figure out exactly on the ovals?
Man, where do I begin? Like there's only 2 corners, which they call 4, but there's so many intricate details on an oval to get right, and so many little things, how the track moves, how the rubber goes down, and every single race I've ever done, you want to be driving on the rubber, whereas on an oval it's the opposite, and how much the track changes and how the setup changes, how finicky the cars are to get in the window. Like it's endless. And then how the air moves. Like you think someone's hit you, but they're, a couple of meters off you or feet, whatever you want to call it, and it, gets you loose. So just understanding the physics of, what's happening with the car at that speed. And, and then even running by the wall, which I've done the last couple of weeks at Darlington and Charlotte, feeling that air bubble and feeling the car push off the wall. Like there's so many little things that add up. And, yeah, it's a journey. And, as I said, I got a lot to learn, but I'm enjoying every week.
And truthfully, we got to get better as a team, right? Like we know for sure. We gauge off of, I think I said this last week, we gauged Texas and then Charlotte. He cut the deficit to AJ by over half, by like a second, and that's what we got to get better as a team. Last week we ran 15th with AJ, and he actually was going to have the best finish probably. So like we got to get better at the ovals as a team, and once we do that, you'll see Shane run better at those. So we recognize that we got behind last year on our own fault, and we even got behind here. This is the first time we brought 2 great road racers that can help us here. Last time we won here was a rain race. So we got behind here last year. We didn't run that well, so it hurt us throughout the race. I mean, so once we get better at the ovals, Shane will get better, and once we can win at the ovals as a team, that'll help him know what he needs to do. So some of it's on us. Like we're not putting it all on him. Even in the Cup side, he done well at Charlotte. He was getting ready to turn his screws up there and obviously shorten. So we know as a group where we're at, and with our partners, his partners, which our partners Trackhouse, they took a chance on him, so they know that also.
And just to follow up on that, you mentioned earlier how important it was to get all 3 cars inside the top 7, and it was crazy with AJ having to go to the backup car. You have Josh Williams helping out, trying to fix the car and prepare the backup car. Crazy day, but it ends up being in the top 7. Does that help translate into the back half of the season?
Oh, absolutely. The key is to get all 3 of these cars in the playoffs and let those guys race. And, when we look at where we're at as a team, to have all 7 is a win, right? Like, that's a win for us. Have Josh. I mean, Josh has not had the best of years, but now he's had 2 top 8 finishes, which is huge. I think this might be his best finish. So that's actually cool. But to win a race, we are one team. SVG drives for Kaulig Racing, which is Matt's team, and we're one team, and SVG can vouch for that. All cars are brought to the racetrack the best to our ability, and we're one team. And with AJ's car, I will say, when it wrecked, the backup car we took out, we tried to be better because we were not that good in practice, and it wasn't that good. Obviously, Shane's car was a little bit better. So, at the end of the day, Matt gives us the resources. Our partners give us the resources, and we're not going to quit. We're fighters. I said it this week on probably everybody listened to it. We're fighters, and we're going to keep fighting. We're here to stay. We're here to hunt trophies, and we want more partners. We want more people to come in. And dude, we didn't want to race against SVG. Like, that was the whole thing. Like, we didn't want to race against Shane. We wanted him to come in here and make us better because we know he's going Cup racing, right? Like, so the key to that is you go out. I mean, when football teams go get a quarterback, they go get Tom Brady, right? They went and won a Super Bowl. That's the things you do. And we get ourselves better. AJ continuously makes us better. He tells us how bad we are, and we know it. And even today, Shane shouldn't have had to tear his race car up that bad. That means the race car was not that good. So we recognize that as a team, but these guys are going to get us better. We got behind last year, and we're going to fight through it and be better. And every one of you guys in here need to, smile. Y'all all down in the dirt. Nobody can see y'all through that computer. My gosh. Hey, and protect me. All them people hate me.